Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Italian, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. This is Act 16 when we last left off. Oh boy. Wow. Rachel and her father showed up, and I would say they're both trying, but the biggest problem with that whole situation is that he's not explaining. He's voicing his concerns, but he's not explaining where the concerns are coming from. That's the impression I got, and she's open to hear said explanations, but he's unwilling to give them to her. His entire argument is really boiling down to, because I said so. That argument only works for very young children and toddlers. They do not work on 18-year-old teenagers who are legally young women. You must explain. Because even if it's a topic you don't really want to talk about, if it's a hard topic to talk about, I'd say 18, she should have had this conversation sooner than this, his explanations of his concerns. But he seems to believe that she's still a lot younger than she is. Like, all daughters will always be, for the most part, I realize there's exceptions, but daddy's little girl, but they don't stay little girls. They stop being little girls after a while. And you must respect this, because respect is a two-way street. If you treat someone with disrespect, they're gonna stop respecting you. And that's where Rachel's dad is at this point. And he's only just beginning to realize that, I think. Anyway, they've left. Now we're back to you guys. Let's just get into this. Ooh. Sorry I talked about that so much. What? You didn't hear the argument, Myrtle? You really need to work on your social cues. Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely. Especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead? Ooh. Meh. No, I was listening. I made notes. See? You didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it. It happened naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Tally, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks, as usual. Please take care on your way home. I keep on forgetting she makes squish noises. Actually, come to think of it. Where's Freya? I guess it's all forward to... Oh, hello. Oh, right, you said you would be back. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendry. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh. Yes, yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Ha! Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago. Just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s. And they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh, no, I'm not even part of that industry, and I could tell you there is no way in fluff you're gonna get peace managing an entertainment group. Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse. But it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. Ooh, that's nice. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually, it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Tally. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then, goodbye. Bedchamber, a cup for those longing for a deep slumber. I wonder what goes into that. Well, I'll find out eventually, I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know. Thursday, October 1st, 2020. We're in October. The Evening Whispers. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella 2020. Congratulations! Gil Nyman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for a new IP. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There is definitely something you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me? What? It is possible for us to work here? What? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication has improved an awful lot since you arrived. That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned. We learned them from here. Ah, so you want to work here and improve your ability to talk to people. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers? That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you are applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you can finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh. Let me think this over if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh no. We are sorry for our spontaneity. I'm sorry. We come. But it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you! But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer. Understood. There are other things you need to keep in mind. What is that? dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy, but you'll be able to judge based on their body language. Nonverbal signs? Yes. That will be very hard for us. Actually, I've been wanting to do this for a while now. Favorite things. Me time. What I'm doing with my life. As I've stated before, working on Full Metal Conflict series. Okay, my self-summary. Hi there, I'm Rachel Florencia. You might have seen me on your screen singing, dancing, or modeling. Working on a new album especially for you right now. My self-summary. Music enthusiast and father. Favorite things. Family, music. What I'm doing with my life. Trying to be a better father while running a record store. Okay, Tatarek. Tea with milk, mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups, originally from Malaysia. Chocobi Maruku. Sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. I'm sorry, Spanish Sahara. Oof. Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign when you should start talking. Or when you should stop. Thank you! We need that so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do you need a special outfit? Do we need a special outfit to do the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron, though. To help keep your suit clean. And to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation. But it'll make you look more legit for the job. That is a very Earthling thing to do. It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this? We are! Okay, let's start tonight. Maybe we should be talking to Neil and questioning. Welcome. Holy wow! What the fluff is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey, Tally, what's going on here? Well, Neil's working here tonight. And I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. Ha, it's not that. Neil's just helping out. You never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who's getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you just agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you, then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. Oh. What happened? The chief found out. Knew it. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? I was wondering about that. Yes. How did she find out? Remember my fateful meeting with the higher-up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the darn novel, I guess. And after that, hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? You allowed to do that? You will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. It was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite. Our favorite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. Okay. One moment. I'm going to use this shot to get something new on the list. Okay, I already have dark chocolate. I have this one. Bitter heart. She likes bitter, doesn't she? Yes. Let's do it. Here's your drink. Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. But today, I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood. That sounds doable. Even without the caffeine infusion. I just gave you hot chocolate, but... It was to your taste and you needed some comfort. And nothing's more comforting than chocolate. Unless you're allergic. Excuse me, Miss Freya. Oh, wait. Excuse me. We gotta end this because this is now curtain call. If you enjoy the show, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for when I upload a new video. Until then, it's for me. Bye-bye.